our core is companies who are looking for our services. Startup companies within a year or two, existing establishments who are looking to expand. We all know that the beer industry has skyrocketed in the last couple of years. Everybody's opening a satellite company or satellite tasting room. Everybody's opening up, something to their breweries. So we would like to target establishments that are looking to expand, and anything craft beer related, whether it be a marketing firm, would be a distribution, whether it be someone making biscuits for dogs. So we would also help out, assist with our expertise in helping you guys get started. So our marketing plan, it's very straightforward. We were just wanted to get the connection with the beer industry, with local brewers association. We're gonna advertise print media. We can do in the West Coaster, other business journals related to craft beer, and have a strong connection with the San Diego State business of craft beer. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So, and a lot of volunteering, a lot of events, festivals, just trying to get our name out there. So it's not a whole lot of marketing, but it's some marketing just to get out there, just to get our name. Some other key resources that we have, we're going to be establishing a solid business infrastructure with experienced consultants. Also establish legal, accounting, brokers, marketing, architects, and city planners. Create a strong relationship with the community, and establish a relationship with professionals in the craft beer and culinary arts. Some of our key activities that we're going to be doing is we work with educated beer entrepreneurs from about the process from start to finish, research locations, market strategies, product manage, and professional consultants. Understanding of zoning, permitting, cost estimates, and work with clients to assist them with their business model. 2 minutes. Okay. So I will go as fast as I can on this. Financial analysis, we have no startup costs. I mean, really, I could probably start with you guys tomorrow to help figure this stuff out. We have no costs. A lot of the stuff that we could do, we could probably do it at home or online. Some external environments. We all know, you guys have seen this before, it's been advertised, the craft beer industry is booming. So therefore, a consultant of myself, there's a really big demand. With over 100 plus breweries, I mean, there has to be someone who's helping them out, doing drawings, permitting, planning, etc. Implementation roadmap, like I said, we could probably start tomorrow if you guys really want to. Some of our SWOT analysis, our strengths, with experience in the architecture and construction industry, experience with zoning and health department. Weaknesses, need much marketing. Don't have a whole lot of marketing. So I'm gonna do my conclusion. We have 3 options. One of our options is the bronze. So this is our 1-hour consultation fee. Number 2 is our silver service. It'll help out understanding the financial aspects of the business model. Option 3 is our gold service. Just like the silver, it'll help out with all the aspects of starting at your brewery from start to finish. And not noted is our platinum, is that we would feel that we could actually invest into your project, defer our fees into the project with at least a partnership into your brewery. That's it. And that's BrewDev LLC. Help you build a better brewery.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Questions?
Where's the liability standpoint as far as when I get your services and for some reason something that is referenced within your services doesn't come out the way it was?
Yes. When I was thinking about that, I mean, I'm sure it would be like a contract agreement that we'd have to have. I mean, it would probably have to be like a legitimate contract and, viewed in a sense where a lot of our legal stuff that we're actually performing actually does, get implemented into the idea. As a fact of being legitimate, I mean, I guess that would be someone of Candace to help me out to, because I am providing a service, I'm trying to do the best I can, but if something else doesn't work out, I mean, there are obviously going to be some issues with that. So having a solid contract, having a good understanding of, clients and consultant would probably be my best understanding of trying to figure out that, what I'm trying to do is I'm legitimate this is not speculative. There's models that we have did that are very successful. I would like to implement this into your contract, in our contract that we're going to have.
And then second follow-up on that, what exactly do you deliverables look like?
Deliverables. Deliverables, what I'd be looking at is I'm thinking that it's everything craft beer. So my deliverables would be, if you were to come to me with a meadery, I would help you out with your location planning.
When you say help with it, so I guess what I'm asking is, we say help out with, does that look like something in writing, as in these are the locations?
Oh yes,
that I
well yeah,
found,
it could
so-
be. I was thinking of a full, a full package. It would be writing, legitimate writings, drawings, permitting costs. Figuring out your performance. Figuring out all your cast analysis, and helping out with any other issues that you have.
Okay.
Very poignant questions,
It was a good
right?
one.
Because when you get somebody who's going to be, who is considering your different service levels, and somebody who's been in the space already, they're going to know that there's liability issues on zoning, licensing,
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
telling you could do something, building something out so-and-so, and it may not meet code.
Yes.
What happens then? Because they're moving forward based on your expertise. So they're
Yes.
going to want to cover your ass document and something signed
Oh
that
yeah,
says,
for sure. Yeah.
that's cool, I'll follow your thing, man. But this right here says that if you mess it up, you pay to fix it.
Yes, they would be like an indemnifying clause, like within our agreement, because I am very aware of that.
Mhm.
With things do not work out the same way, or same token, well, someone who's actually building out their plan does not build it per my drawings. Well, that's your fault. That's not my fault. I got it permitted. I got it planned. You went around behind closed doors, did something else. Now you're busted. Technically, yes, I'd be legally binding with them, but having a clause within our contract saying that if you break, anything within our plans, that's a breach of contract. Therefore, I'm not going to be liable.
Well, there's going to be that business is going to be a series of cover your ass documents, right? Because
And the
when shit goes
state
down, man,
goes
it's going to come down, and somebody's going to pay for it.
Yeah, and it always rolls downhill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. Thank you for
Any
that.
other questions, comments? Good.
And then this is just a get out of business mode comment. You read your slides quite a bit, and that's can be a
Yeah.
real big turnoff.
That was kind of.
You'll be able to watch yourself read
nervous
the
now.
slides on the video. It's really great.
Yeah.
That's another thing that you have to be cognizant of, because you want people to be engaged with you. These are, this a little bit of eye candy. It's a little bit of an assessment of, how prepared are you? What's the stuff look like? But I was filming the same thing too. Just to have you up there, you could have slept. If that's all you're gonna do, you could just send me the deck. You wouldn't have to come into the office. So just be careful about that.
No, thank you.
Well, I had a
Appreciate that.
suggestion
That was a good
along
one.
those lines. You started out by saying that your little claim to fame was you helped design the stone brew garden, but I think that's a big claim to fame. That's really successful. It's a beautiful place. So at the very least, put in a picture of the brew garden.
Garden,
It's beautiful to look at. You can claim that you're the head architect, and it's going to take them months to find out what you want. Just brag.
And I think in addition to your comment about the deliverables, I'd like to see you throw out that picture as an experience, as a notable, and then go into a diagram of what your process was, that you helped in this and this and this, or even if it was 7 steps in a process, you did 3 of them. It just helps people understand what your impact was, and it may introduce the concept of these breadth of services, right? From these experiences, what I saw is they need somebody, they can put this whole picture together. I've got contacts in these different places. I've got a perspective. Here's how I did it. This notable place, step, 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 and then you go into your service offerings.
So don't just be kind of like a 10-step to open up.
Yeah, people love steps, man.
Services to actually would be
People love steps
step
and
1,
process
step 2.
and checklists and say, great, I'm at a 1, I'm into 2. Now I can see I got 3 left. I know where I'm at.
Okay, nice.
And plus having those deliverables like a sample report, right? There's, or blueprints and things like that. People love that visual verification. Hey, he said he's going to do this thing. Look, that's what it looks like, right? I'm okay. He's got a thing.
So more images basically would probably help out with them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we just way too text heavy. Yeah.
I did basically what you're doing, but in the IT sector back in the ISP boom, the internet service provider. I did for all these people that want to do startup ISPs. One of the things I did is I took it's kind of a prospectus, but I brought a binder of one of a fake client made up, ISP, I called it ISP Nobody. And I had that, and it was one of the very first things I do is I would slam that binder down and let everybody kind of look at it so they could go, oh, so this is what I'm gonna get. Oh, I see now, here's my steps. Here's my little check it off when you're done and put a date here,
Okay.
Just a
Yeah,
theory.
so I could totally see like a little portfolio, you know.
Yeah,
something
anytime you're
like
getting
someone can actually,
services, you get a
flip
little
through,
scared
like,
because you don't get a physical tangible thing, and that goes a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah, something tangible works.
very good. Well, we got one of my guys in Pittsburgh watching your presentations now, right? He's wanted to join our class but was unable to. Any other questions? Ivan?
You heard about Brewery Igniter?
No.
The turnkey solutions that they're offering now in San Diego? Where would that be your competition? Basically, everything is ready to go. You just walk in and brew your beer.
It's actually good. But that's very similar to what my experience in architecture. We did that with corporate offices.
Mhm.
Yeah, we basically went and just built out an office. We had it all ready to go, and then basically just turned it over to a doctor. They're all medical offices. They're all straight turnkey projects. So.
Good.
But that's
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right? Nice job. Nice job. Who's going next? Bear camp. All right. Get yourself all dialed in.
All right, I'll try my best.
I know Jamie almost beat you to the punch there. I can see her
almost did 'cause
ready
I wanna eat and I won't
ready to
before I do
lunge.
it 'cause I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my
ready to
food.
lunge.
I'm afraid I'm gonna throw it up. So I want to eat and I need to hurry and get it.
You
over
can do it.
with. I hate this so much. You don't even know. Like
Run to your adversity.
I can't even eat my pizza.
It's definitely reasonable. Sounds good.
Download it.
So, better compared to everybody else's.
Jeffrey's Brew
Jeffrey's
Pub.
Brew Pub. Right.
Instead of the blank brewery.
There's 7 Blank Brewery. Doing that all by myself. Right. So Jeffrey's Brew Pub. My business helps people learn about beer and food pairing while enjoying great beer and food. So continue. I'll picture of beer real quick. Get you salivating when you think about it. So, the team, myself, I'll be the owner and head brewer. I'm a graduate of San Diego State University's College of Extended Studies Business of Craft Beer Certificate Program, and I've been an avid home brewer for several years now. And I consider myself somewhat knowledgeable in brewing techniques, and also in the hospitality industry, which I've been working in for about 8 years now. And I've been a craft beer enthusiast for about 5 or 6 years now. Director of Operations, Henry Chinaski. Somebody gets that? No? Never mind. Move on. He was the Director of Operations for the U.S. Postal Service in the Los Angeles region for about 12 years. And he is knowledgeable in how to run a large organization. And he is also a craft beer enthusiast. He personally knows many bar and restaurant owners around the San Diego and Los Angeles regions. I consider him a great asset. Alan Smithy, he will be the lead salesperson. Thank you. He worked in the sales department for Carl Strauss Brewing Company for 5 years. He's also very knowledgeable and well-connected in the San Diego craft beer scene. He also won Carl Strauss Salesperson of the Year for 2012. And Robin Davidson is the VP of Marketing. She's originally from Australia, and she worked in the marketing department at Cooper's Brewery for 5 years before moving to San Diego, and now works at Stone. Worked at Stone for 5 years. She is knowledgeable in how different markets work, and she has also become a well-connected expert in the San Diego craft beer scene. Her vision is to become a staple craft beer bar neighborhood bar in San Diego. And also an important piece in continuing the beer education in San Diego region area. Our mission is to bring a higher level of beer knowledge and education to those who are looking to learn, and also to provide a fun and enjoyable atmosphere, and also good beer and food. Our values are to promote positive employee-customer relationships, provide outstanding products and customer service, and also a comfortable setting in which to provide the education that we will bring. So let's see, value proposition. We offer the education on beer. We are kind of a beer savvy area, and I think a lot of people will be looking to learn more about it. And we also will show how to pair the beer with several different types of food, offer insight on why it works. And also we will offer a fun environment, which will include bar games and also historical beer related pieces we can look at. So target markets, the beer lovers. Looking for a good bar to go to. We hope to provide that with our selection of quality house-made beers and also guest beers. Your casual beer and food enjoyers, we will offer a more everyday, more well-known sort of variety of food items and also more well-known styles of beer. Also, want to be a casual place where we can provide local employees and business people a place to go grab some food on lunch or maybe grab a food and drink after work. And obviously our main target market is the people wanting to learn more about beer and how to pair it with food. And again, we want to provide that relaxed atmosphere that kind of initiates that learning, makes it a more comfortable environment for them to come in and not feel overwhelmed by people being possibly judgmental. So the marketing plan for ads, start with ads in magazines like West Coaster, Reader, City Beat, also ads on social media. Rely a lot on word of mouth, get the word out there, and also to help that out, get more involved in homebrew clubs, get them talking about it, getting them checking it out. Key resources would be good employee relationships, quality ingredients. I know you don't like that one. Quality product and quality service. Key activities: brewing beer, preparing food, serving food, the customer service, and the beer and food knowledge. So financial analysis, that one. So the break-even analysis. I predicted it's going to we'll be able to hit break-even point about 6 months or so into operation. Sales scenarios and projections. The sales numbers will, two products, we have the food and drink for the most part. I forecasted the profits in the beer to be projected around $320,000 annually, and from food to be about $180,000 annually. Capital spending. Mostly to maintain equipment, maybe buy some accessories and maintain a restaurant. Operating. Funding requirements, I estimate it's going to be about somewhere between $500,000 and $550,000 to start up. The economy. Forbes actually states that the outlook for 2015, solid. It says consumer spending is on the rise, and business plans should plan for expansion. One thing they should look out for is a possibility of another recession within the next 3 to 4 years, based on federal actions, Fed actions, which are yet to be seen. Market analysis and key trends. We all know that it's a booming business. It generated about $600 million last year. the San Diego craft beer industry, and it created about 3,700 jobs. It's been very, very positive industry for the local area. One thing the industry does need to keep an eye on, though, is water use as we get deeper into drought conditions. And a lot of places are actually looking into conserve water wherever they can. Competitor analysis. There are now over 100 breweries in San Diego County. That number is quickly approaching 115. You'll compete with all the brew pubs, restaurants, tap rooms, pretty much everything out there's competition. Our advantage is a knowledge of appropriate everything from storage to serving to glassware to temperatures, the knowledge in how to serve all of that, and also how to present it, how to teach about it, how to make it understandable to people that are coming in wanting to learn. On here. Projects, find a location, have the building inspected, ready the building for the brewery, which include everything from cement floors to holes in the roofs, proper plumbing. Milestones, about 3 months to obtain the permit, and during that time we will hire. Start brewing, obviously, once the brewery is installed. And 1 year anniversary, we will brew a specialty beer. So, SWOT. How much time do I have here? I'll try to knock it out. So the strengths, the beer knowledge, obviously, so we can present that with the customer. The cost, more cost-efficient way instead of going to pairing events where it can be expensive. This way, we can do however much they want on a daily basis. The fun environment, provide games inside the bar, get beer and food. Weaknesses, size. It's going to be small, and my concern is that we want to have the size for everything I want. Not enough people, maybe being interested in my concept of a weakness, and no location yet. The opportunities, the wanting to learn crowd, that is what we're aiming for here for the most part. Craft beer newcomers looking to get in, learn more about the craft beer industry, craft beers, and wine drinkers. Try to show them what everything beer can do. Threat to be literally every other brew pub and restaurant, tap room out there. Pairing events, maybe people are okay with their frequency and don't want to come to a restaurant offering the same thing. And possibly not enough variety on the menu. So the conclusion. So this will offer a unique environment and getting an educational experience in the craft beer industry. We can teach everything from beers to food to the brewing process to ingredients, and offer a fun environment which do such. So will you help me and this booming industry in bringing a higher level of education to the San Diego area?
You go. Questions? Come on, I know you're always good fun.
Oh, I'm trying to let everybody else go. So how do you want me to help you? You said how will I help you? How do you want me to help you?
Well, okay, I cut out funding. I was trying to save my time here.
And then the introduction, just comment side of things. On the introduction, maybe say hi, hello, thank you for being here. Something to that effect. So
Okay.
just jumping in. Also, the slides are just a little bare.
Yeah, I know that.
So it takes it from being a presentation into being a speech.
Okay.
Just again, I'm a hard ass.
Duly
But
noted.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
If you were going to say it, I was.
I didn't want to kind of just overdo the slides here, so
What?
And then-
I underdid them.
The other question I have is, what makes you so special that you know all about the tastes and the glasses and what pairs with what? Why do I want to go to you
instead of reading a book or talking to my friend that drinks every single day?
Interaction, personal interaction. I have experience. I've been to the program. I've talked with hundreds of people, like-minded people. We all.
I don't mean it rudely. I just
No, I know.
that's
That's
what
we're on the
comes
spot.
across.
I think your strength is the idea of being able to do the food and beer pairings at a reasonable cost. I think I would, if anything, I would hit that a little harder. Maybe,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest getting a quote from Bill Sisak or somebody about how beer is more versatile than wine for pairing. And to
Yeah.
make it more, to involve people more, I was gonna suggest if you give this in front of someone you're actually asking money for, it'd be worth your money to commission an artist to sketch like the inside of your pub, people having fun inside your pub. What's it gonna look like?
Mhm. Or stock photos of something that
Or
you
stock
have the,
photos, yeah.
you know, if it's going to be paneling, it has paneling in it. If it's going to be stone, you got stone in it or something.
Yeah, give us
Yeah.
more of your vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to your comment about the, you know, where was the rest of the visuals, right? You know, so that SWAT thing helped out a lot, you know, and allowed you to kind of dance over it because you got a visual for us to kind of, you know, kind of focus on. But when you got two lines with colons on that and a big
Yeah.
white empty ass slide, it really seems like, you know, you didn't get, you know, you didn't have as much time as you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's how it came off. So
That's not far off.
yeah, well, it's and it's hard standing up there in front of it and doing it, and I throw a camera on it, and it's supposed to be, right? And the reason to record is because I want you to be able to see what you're like up there presenting, because you need to work on that. You'll see things in there. You'll know what you did where and what you didn't do where. It's all intended to make you better than you are. Okay, cool. All right,
All right.
there you go. Thanks for running the gauntlet. Jamie, did you say you want to go? Come on. There you go. Your pizza's getting cold.
You guys are making me nervous.
Is there anything we could do that would make you nervous right now?
If you all turn around, I would.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
There you go. Does that help
okay.
with the camera?
That way
Just don't look into the
I have my own.
You just X out it out of the top. Whoop, whoop. X out of that. Or, no, there you go. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I feel like I should give a little tweet out to our pizza makers. They made nice little pies over there. Yeah, right.
I go back there.
Brick oven, I think is what it was.
No, it was
Wood oven and something.
The Woodstock.
Woodstock.
Woodstock. Yeah, they did a nice job.
That's not some pub that started in Santa Barbara. I don't know if it's the same chain, but in Santa Barbara, I've been there many times. It's delicious.
There's another one, and it's not called acid pizza, but it's something like that.
Acid.
Cornell.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like that. And it is freaking good.
Next,
Where it says download?
go over to Jamie Biz where there's a little gray arrow just there.
Okay.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
got it. Thanks.
Team effort.
It's a team,
Go,
right?
go,
Okay,
go,
so
go.
Yup.
Did you make that logo?
I got it on Google.
It's a cute little
It's nice, right?
Yes.
I envision mine something like that, but maybe with more. So, okay, give me one second. Okay. I don't know how to work this.
Down arrow.
Okay, I see. So, hello
Next
everybody. My name is Jamie, and this is the business plan for the Hoppy Boozer, with the San Diego Brew Pub. So, at the Hoppy Boozer, our mission is to provide consumers with a one-of-a-kind drinking experience. Located in beautiful San Diego, we offer a 21-tap rotating system of San Diego's finest local craft beer. In addition, we offer farm fresh, organic, non-GMO food and a diverse and pleasant environment. Our company emphasis is on supporting the community and the craft, and we donate a percentage of all our proceeds to local charity. We host homebrew competitions, and we also offer contract brewing on site. So that's just a little about us. Oh, and right there, that's a little about us. So I read that a little early. Here is our team. So that's me. I am going to be the owner, and I'm pretty much going to be in charge of running the show. So I have 2 degrees, one from Apollo University, one from Eastern Oregon University. I've been a home brewer for 2 years. I'm also an active member in QUAF and San Diego sorority, and I've also participated in numerous pink boot events. I'm also a BJCP judge, a beer judge, and I recently got my certificate from the San Diego Craft Beer Program. Sean Tyra, he's a bar manager. He's been working in San Diego for the last 20 years. He's managed numerous bars downtown, Nicky Rotten's, East Village Tavern, and the Gas Lamp Tavern, to name a few. Philip, he currently owns his own business. He makes artesian
Pizza.
Sorry, I wanted something else, but he does a home, anyways, he uses all organic food from local farms. So it's GMO. He also offers like gluten-free. So he's going to be in charge of our restaurant part. And Dave and Julie, they are my brewery liaisons. They are both active home brewers. Dave's been brewing since the 90s, and Julie probably for the last 5 years. But together as a team, they're amazing. They've won numerous homebrew competitions, and Julie recently won the 2015 American Homebrewers Association competition, and her beer is currently being brewed with Stone. So they're kind of a big deal. So here's the business model. This is pretty much what I got going on. That is an idea of the brew club, kind of what it would look like. I want to incorporate the outdoors. Over there is the small four-barrel system, which is what we would have there for the brewery part, and also for contract brewing. And then down there's the whole pizza pitcher. So the business model, this is how we're going to make all our money, basically in beer sales. We're going to be selling local beer from San Diego craft breweries. We're going to have 19 of those on tap, and house beers will always have 2. Food sales is also how we'll make money, merchandise, and your contract brewing. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. This is a big, fun picture of all those things: beer, contract brewing, and merchandise. So, here's my marketing plan. Basically, we're going to build alliances and work with homebrew clubs and beer-related organizations. We're going to host events. We're going to support these clubs and charities. We're going to do a lot of word of mouth. I am active in QUAF. I'm active in San Diego sorority. I have a friend who works at West Coaster, so these are kind of some of my avenues I plan on using for marketing. I want to give a percentage back to the community for all the money I receive. I like the idea of doing a token-based donation in addition to hosting events, which would be specific to charities. And let's see, I want to offer competitions, and part of that recognition that they would get is to actually brew and serve theirs on tap at my brewery or brew pub. And there's another fun picture that goes with all of that. So these are all the organizations that I'm either already involved in or plan to be involved in. And here's my break-even analysis. So this plan assumes that our monthly operating costs are about $40K. These are my made-up numbers. And by month 6, we will be looking good, and we'll break even with about $60K in revenue. Here's my Stillson Projections, another fun made-up one. Over there showing, though, that the amount that I'm spending to purchase the beer and the amount that I'm actually making every month is a huge profit, and therefore over 6 months we should be cash flow positive versus negative. This is kind of my funding requirements. I need money up front for building the equipment that's required, all my permits, renovation costs, supplies, and staffing. Again, another nice little cash flow chart. This is all our required brewery equipment. And there's a little thing that shows I need some money to buy that. And this is just some fun information about the market and San Diego. So this is the economy. So the craft brew industry has contributed over $34 billion to the U.S. economy, and has provided over 360,000 jobs nationally. So it just keeps growing and growing. Craft brewers are super strong in the USA, and California is actually the top. So that means there's an increased consumer demand for quality, full flavored beer, and breweries, brew pubs, they are responding to that demand. So I don't feel like there's any jeopardy as far as having another business out there. Sorry, my notes are a little messy. This is another fun slide about the same thing, basically. So here's my project line. It will go with the next slide, which is my implementation plan, which you can't see. So we'll go back to this, but this is basically what I need to do. I need to purchase a building, some commercial and industrial, get the license, complete legal documents, and get all this contract signed, remodel to meet the requirements, purchase equipment, hire trained, market it, have a soft opening and a grand opening. So that's kind of what would happen. Here's the SWOT analysis. So some of the strengths is I feel like I have a really good team. I feel like because of the restaurant owner, he already has an established business with existing customer base. The two home brewers know a lot of people in the brewing community because of their knowledge and just all the competitions they've been in. In addition, she's brewing with Stone right now. I mean, that's huge. The fact that I can offer the best of San Diego, I get to choose what I'm going to serve at my bar. I don't have to try to make the best beer to compete. And contract brewing is just an additional means to make income with the building I have. So the weaknesses, I would have taken that one out, but I forgot. I don't have a lot of business experience myself, and we need funding like most places. There's not much competition in my area, but it's a nice view, and I think building costs are relatively cheap, and as the neighborhood evolves, people will want to come. So,
2 minutes.
So this is what's going to make us successful. We're going to offer the best. We're going to be unique, or we're going to offer unique and original small batch beer. We have fresh organic food. We have a nice environment. We have educated, pleasant staff. We're going to provide you with an amazing drinking experience, and we offer contract brewing. So this is my conclusion. This is the opportunity knocking on your door. So if you would like to invest with me, I'm just asking for silent investors for 9% of the company. After 12 months, you have the option to get your money back with interest, or you stay on as a voting member, and then you just get a percentage of profits. So do you want to join me? Thank you for your time and consideration.
Questions?
You know I'm gonna.
Of course, I'm going to you
No
first.
questions, please.
The first question I have is, where do you hold, what liability do you hold as far as the contract brew is concerned?
I have not thought about that yet.
So when the keg falls over and crushes someone's toe that's using your equipment, what happens?
So I would have to have them sign a waiver, I'm assuming, that says.
A waiver within the state of California is meaningless and worth less than the favorite sign.
Then I will need to talk to Candace Moon. And
Just a warning.
figure that part out.
That's the big issue everybody's having with contract beer,
Is it? Okay.
especially in San Diego.
Okay.
There was a scalding incident with a female brewer that has caused everybody to get real scared.
Okay.
Yeah, she literally boiled the flesh off her feet.
That's gross. Okay. So you're required to wear pink boots if you come through my establishment, please. That doesn't happen. No, I'll have
Candace
to,
will know all
I will
about
have to
that.
talk to somebody because I really don't know the logistics of that.
Okay. Sorry.
Go ahead.
You're gonna run into people like me that are deaf in one ear and barely can hear out of the other.
Okay.
So louder would be something to do
Okay.
with your presentation.
Usually I talk so loud though. I'm nervous.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
And then the other thing is you apologize a lot. Be unapologetic.
I didn't realize I did.
Yeah, I counted 17 apologies.
17.
Just apologize. Just be who you are.
Okay.
That would be a comment that I would make. That's all.
That's great. Thank you.
Past that, you gave me a great idea. So if I make any money on it, I'll have to throw you a kickback.
Awesome. Albert?
Oh, I'll talk about your end or your conclusion. You were talking about the 9% and making it back in a year. That seems pretty aggressive.
Well, based on
Because
my
that's-
data, in 6 months, we're gonna be positive cash flow, so we're looking good.
So maybe like an exit plan would probably be pretty good for the partnership agreement because if it does fail, you know, and you basically lost everybody's money. I think there's gonna be some pretty pissed off investors saying, hey.
Isn't investing in a business a risk in general with every business?
Well, yeah, but if you're gonna guarantee money back with interest within a year, that's. you
If
know.
it's successful and makes it a year, I didn't, okay.
But then that's just, I'm just saying.
Feedback,
For
right?
for your mythical presentation, all the pieces came together quite nicely.
Yeah.
I appreciate all your superfluous graphics and your charts.
Okay.
That's great.
And you filled in all the spots.
Do we, do I have any more questions?
I do. You should use Brew Dev for your business projects.
Yeah.
Oh, you should
Right.
use what?
Because they'll have
You
contracts.
should use Brew Dev
Oh,
LLC to help you
to
out
help
with
me.
business projects.
Any other comments, questions?
I thought when you mentioned, when you were talking about your team, and you mentioned the liaisons,
Mhm.
and you mentioned that so-and-so had 5 years of experience, and so-and-so had 2 years of experience, but together, they're amazing. And she brews with Stone, that was very compelling, and that, you know, maybe you could apply that to the other members of the team, you know, in terms of why they're amazing. You know,
Okay.
that was great.
I didn't give them enough credit for,
No, I
Their
thought,
experience.
my point is, I thought that when you mentioned the liaisons, the people who brew your beer, I was like, oh, they sound awesome. So maybe you could pep up the other members to make them sound as awesome as those do.
okay.
Awesome. Very good job.
Thank you,
Very good. Now you can eat your pizza. And who will be next? Please. We've got a special on sodas. Yvonne was kind enough to bring us sodas. So I'm trying to think of, hey, do we have any stuff over there since we can't have beer? I feel like I'm at my mom's house.
What if they go home and crash your car?
Okay, what did you learn from your last couple presentations? Wow, James is getting ready. What did you learn?
Graphics are key to a presentation. You can't be blank. You know, the more eye candy, the better. Kind of things get very more in tune and focused.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be my outcome. Like to mine doing the next presentation, when I do one,
Mhm.
probably focus more on actual graphics and having better practice of speech, and kind of have character to the speech, probably beneficial.
Good. Anybody else? Brains are just swelling with experience and knowledge.
Really, the visuals, to tag on to what he's saying, I've seen kind of both sides of the story with these. Like, on some of them, the visuals really paint a very tight picture that is great and really gets me into your idea and almost brings a little bit of that passion on board so that you're like, okay, maybe I will open my wallet. Whereas I also have seen some that you look at the pictures and they're not exactly succinct, or they're overwhelming and you go, I'm really not getting it here. So they can both add, but they also can take away. So you got to be really. In my head, I'm thinking we need to review that and make sure that we stay really on target with those.
Anybody else? All right, let's continue with the show. It's all you.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Wright, the owner of Session Ales in Ocean Beach, California. We offer a sessionable drinking experience for people who enjoy the simple pleasures of life.
Jeff, just it's a little loud. Thank you.
At Obsession Ales, we like to keep it simple. We go back to basics and brew classic beer that's true to style. We offer sessionable pints and enjoy anytime to enjoy anytime, anywhere. We brew with the community in mind by using organic and local ingredients. We guarantee our product and hand deliver it in our VW bus to local co-ops and bottle shops. We don't just love the craft, we obsess over it. So the way that I came up with this idea for a simple brewery was when I started visiting a lot of the craft breweries in San Diego. I started to notice that I couldn't recognize a lot of the beers that they're coming out with. I think they're getting outrageous with the ingredients that they're using. When you go to try these beers, they're super expensive, and then often I've found more often than not they're not even as good. It's just all hype basically. So the industry is becoming drowned with what really matters: the quality and the flavor. I agree that there should be an artisanal aspect with and experimenting with craft beer, and I do have the utmost respect for people who do that. But I'm I'm more concerned about the weird ingredients that are starting to be dumped in, like habanero peppers and things like that, where I personally, I don't think it's adding anything. It's just a marketing ploy. In my opinion, that's not what craft beer is all about. I want to change all that. I believe simple pleasures don't have to be boring. I want to get back to the roots of craft beer and focus on that satisfying grin my product gives someone when they drink one of our brews and get a mouthful of deliciousness. I want to knock your socks off with my brewer's attention to detail and the passion he puts into each drop. I know when you taste an Obsession Ale, you'll be delighted with what you've just had, and no doubt you'll tell your friends, and most importantly, you'll obsess over it. So here's the team that will make it all possible. I've already introduced myself. I'm the owner of Obsession Ales. I'll be responsible for the operations, which will be important for the day-to-day activities. Also be in charge of the production management for planning all the brewing and packaging that will be taking place. My previous experiences with Mission Brewery, doing both operations management and production management. I also have a small business degree. I also have a small business experience working with my family's small business growing up my whole life, and a business degree from San Diego State. Next, we have my brother. He'll be the co-owner and machinist of the brewery. He'll be responsible for maintaining and repairing all the equipment used around the brewery. He has over 15 years of experience working with machines as a mechanic and equipment operator. He has an education from a trade school and is an expert in electronics and machinery. Then we have our head brewer, Bobby Oliver. He'll be in charge of recipe development, brewing, and ordering all the raw ingredients and materials needed for production. Bobby has been working in a commercial brewery with Green Flash and Mission for over 5 years and has even more experience as a home brewer. He's done a lot of collaboration brews, and he knows a lot of the brewers in San Diego area, so he has a lot of connections. I've worked with him for over half a year now, and I can tell he has a great passion for craft beer, and he really brings a good personality to the work environment. Every day I go into work, he screams "Good morning" at me, and he's the first person to say it. Accompanying Bobby will be James Hinneman. He currently works as Bobby's apprentice at Mission Brewery, and he'll also be making the transition over to Obsession Ales. He's responsible with assisting in the brewing process, leading all the packaging process, and has over a year of experience working at a commercial brewery. He also has experience in sales and will assist in gaining new customers. Speaking of sales, we have our head of our marketing and sales department, Chase Gilmore. This guy can sell a newspaper to a blind man. He has great charisma. He's a real people person. That said, he'll be in charge of customer acquisition and retention. He'll be the person who delivers all the beer in the VW bus. He'll be in charge of social media, advertising, special events, and product packaging designs. I trust in his experience because when we went to college together, he was an account manager at the Daily Aztec, and right now he works at a top marketing company in Orange County. Last but not least, we have Cameron Krug. He's a numbers guy in charge of all the bookkeeping and finances. He's responsible for tracking financial data, bookkeeping, everything like that. He's worked at Deloitte down in San Diego for the past year, and one of his famous lines he always tells me is that he's never procrastinated, which I think is perfect for this type of position. So enough about us as individuals. I'm going to tell you who we are as a company. Obsession Ales, we value a minimalist lifestyle. We want to keep it simple and approachable. Our business model will emulate In and Out with their simple 1, 2, 3 ordering system. We choose superior ingredients. We'll have superior service. We focus on keeping all our beers low alcohol, so you can enjoy it any time of the day. We support it, and one of our biggest things is we're going to support our community a lot. We know that we won't be successful if we can't get the backing of the people from Ocean Beach, and we want to show them that we're willing to back them. Value proposition, a lot of our value is in sync with who we are as a company. As I mentioned before, we're community-based, focusing on superior ingredients, natural, organic, and local, while maintaining a low percentage of alcohol. So we're aware that Ocean Beach has an eccentric personality, and we're ready to dive into their culture and adopt it as our Our target markets, we're going to be the free-spirited minimalist Ocean Beach crowd. Along with this, we expand and we'll head up the coastline to the other beach cities. We found reports that there are over 200,000 people who live in or socialize along the San Diego coastline regularly. Within those 200,000 people, we're aiming towards 21 to 29-year-olds. We're making between 30 to 75,000 a year. Marketing plan, we're trying to develop a unique personality. We want to emulate what Hodad's and Obi Noodle House has done in Ocean Beach, where they have a cult following. We know right now Ocean Beach is going through some neighborhood revitalizations. They're trying to increase the image of the area. So we plan to focus on that and attack now while we have an opportunity to grow with it. For our grand opening, we want to make it pretty big. So we have a 3-step system we're trying to implement. We want to first hit up all the locals through social media. Then we're going to be sponsoring events that happen throughout the neighborhood just to start chatter with people. We won't have a product quite yet, but we just want to make sure people know we're coming. And then we'll do a Meet the Brewer night on the evening of the grand opening, where they'll be able to meet Bobby and the rest of the crew and really get to know who we are, so then that way we can connect a lot better. Then we'll have an email subscription fan club that will develop as we're open for a couple months. And tasting room will sell merchandise, and we'll hopefully use that as walking billboards for everybody. And then for a guerrilla marketing tactic, I would like to get an iPad that we can permanently mount inside the tasting room, and people can take pictures and post it to our Instagram, tag themselves, tag their friends, let them see what's going on. Key resources: brew house, fermenters, canning machine, the raw materials, and copyrights, loans, lines of credits. Our key activities will be the business administration, marketing, research and development, finance. Production will be our bread and butter. The brewing department will be in charge of making sure that every beer is to our quality standards. Sales, we'll do internal sales. We plan on hiring some beer tenders who will be basically the bartenders of the taps, and the external sales would be the distribution through the VW bus. Our break-even analysis is basically when the total profits exceed total expenses. So the economy right now, it's in a growth phase. We've had recently, there was $6.5 billion added to the California economy, $600 million alone in San Diego. And we know that the craft beer industry is aiming for a 20% market share. So some people think there's a bubble. I think personally that it emulates what's been happening with wine, where there'll be tons of little wineries that will have 1 or 2 products, and it'll be the way that they sustain themselves. Some key trends are IPAs, double IPAs, seasonal beers, local production. People want things that are fresh and local, things that are made with organic and natural ingredients, and there's a talk of beer subscriptions. I don't personally think that we'll adopt that because it is the opposite of what our business model is supposed to be. So there's over 100 competitors in San Diego. But the good thing is they promote collaboration within each other. So all we have to do is find our spot. Locally, we'll be fighting against Culture and Pizza then we'll be fighting against Stone, Ballast Point, Ellsmith as the big guys. I don't think our target market would be going for that. And then within our target market, St. Archer and Green Flash will be some of our competitors. I think we'll have the advantage because we are simple and we're located in the first brewery in Ocean Beach. A lot of the projects and milestones I've included. That's a picture of our bus, VW bus that we're going to try to make. I've included it in the Gantt chart here. Just a timeline of everything that we plan on doing. And then our strengths, like I said, we're First Ocean Beach Brewery, low alcohol volume, low price point, very, very simple. Budget constraints is a weakness of ours because we haven't gone through funding yet. We have a narrow demographic and it might be hard to expand. Opportunities will be we're a gateway brand for craft beer, and some of our threats will be like cluttered SC beer market, big boys, not only Stone, Rouse Point, but Bud and more coolers as well. And then for the conclusion, done the research, we have the experience, we believe in our vision, we will be prosperous. What investors get are VIP for special tours, release parties, unlimited beer supply, and a hefty return. So we're asking you to invest $50,000 to make our dream a reality.
There you go. Very good. At 12-12. All right. So questions?
You got a lot of information with him at time. So you get a lot of points. You know, like I kind of like ran through it like really quick, and I thought that was actually really good. A lot of the points that we're talking about in class and the model was like you're on it. Get all the targets.
I thought he covered pretty much everything that we're supposed to cover on the.
Anything else?
I was just going to give a comment. I just think it's a really nice slideshow. It was my favorite.
There you go.
In the very beginning, you mentioned a guarantee. What exactly are you guaranteeing?
As far as which topic?
You said that you guaranteed that it would be a good beer.
Oh, just like our quality, like, you know, if you don't like it, tell us and we'll refund your money.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
I hear the word guarantee and I always want to know what is
Yeah.
being guaranteed.
And our service. So when not only within like the customer, but like in any beer bar that we go to or anything like that, make sure that you get good quality service.
Okay.
So just,
And
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
comment, you may want to try to wake it up a little bit. Being in the class, I know that you have a passion about all this. Being somebody that doesn't know you off the street doesn't know that. So just some form of, like, I really liked in the very beginning how you were like, okay, all this idiotic Mickey Mouse style beers are just silly and I'm tired of it and that's why I'm fixing this. If you could bring kind of that passion along for the rest of the ride, just so that we kind of all see that, you know, that's why you want this session. I mean, it's so important to you that it's in the name, you know? So maybe just kind of trying to grab that passion and bring it along that, you know, no, really, this needs to happen. Because it's kind of like you're on a mission, you know?
I think that'll come with practice. I think you wrote good banter, like the speeches that you wrote, but you kept looking back at your presentation. Once you practice it 100 times, it'll sound a lot more natural.
I think that was one of the things that was hardest. I'm not like that good of a presenter to begin with, but when I was like really trying to stick to the script, and I think that hurt me because I kept losing my spot and stuff. So
Well, you wrote something good, so you just got to practice it enough that it rolls off your tongue without having to think about it.
Yeah.
I
Comments?
was going to say, you had I thought it was very well executed. You had a statistic that said 20% in the craft beer industry is aiming for 20% of the market share. Do you know what it currently is now and how fast it's growing to get that?
the last I heard it was like 11 or 13.
Okay, so it's already happening.
Yeah,
Well, we hit
somewhere
13.
in between there.
Anybody else?
I think you should have a beat up bus in every slide.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. I think it's
That's
I
a
actually
nice
put it
graphic.
in because I think you recommended
It looked like
the
the
Thailand
Thailand
one.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like looked it up.
Who would not want to go sit at that bus?
Exactly.
Nice job, dudes. Great job. Next up, when do we get beer camp? There you go. Okay, so how many didn't go? Anybody else? It's Ivan. Waiting for the Ivan.
Ivan the Strong. The only one that knows that reference.
Ancient ale. Not that we had to drink it or anything.
Yeah.
So
I finally got it. Finally got it. I like that.
It took just a second to bring it to
That's like that. Like, oh. Yeah, I'll find it. 'Cause that's the same road that I has.
Yeah.
It has like a little waves and the same.
Oh, there's three.
It's
Oh, is that not a phone call?
Oh, wait, did you want something?
Yeah.
I just got it. You can say the word.
Like session here or like session?
I think
Like
I
a
can
research
agree.
session?
I didn't realize they say sorry so much, that's gonna be fun.
People who
Yeah.
people who say people say sorry, and people who say like have no idea.
Did I say like and as much as sorry?
No comment. There
It's
were
just my
some,
sorry.
yeah, you just were very,
Very apologetic for everything.
and it's just, it's not uncommon. I mean,
Oh, interesting.
bottom,
It's about
over.
a slideshow.
wrong direction. There you go.
Alright, there you go.
beer camp.
Alright, so,
The beer camp. There's a theme song.
I think that's all you have to do, man.
Come with me if you want
That's
to
it.
camp.
I
That's
didn't
it.
want to say last time if everyone had experience with PowerPoint. This is actually my first PowerPoint ever. Ever. So
Oh
I
my
have
God.
no idea what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure everything's wrong. But let's go through it. All right, my name is Ricardo Rodriguez. I am the CEO of the Beer Camp, where we take you through a great adventure and to learn all about the beer process and all the fun activities. All right, this is my team. I have Jose Islas, which he's my CFO. So he's accountable for all the administrative, financial, and risk management operations of the company, including the development of a financial and operational strategy and report accurate financial results. Jose graduated from UABC, which is in Tijuana. All this is in Mexico. Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay. With a business administration and a minor in economics. So it's perfect for the job. He worked at a fish market. While working at the fish market, he developed a strong connection with the Chamber of Commerce and the city officials. Also, while working at the fish market, he took them from being a local fish market to being the #1 distributor in the city. My CMO, it's Rudy Lopez. Rudy Lopez is responsible for overseeing marketing initiatives within the company, work to develop areas such as sales management, production and development, and distribution channels management, marketing, communication, individual advertisement, and promotions. Working also with pricing, market research, and customer service. Rudy Lopez graduated from Southwestern College. I went to high school with them, so I do know. With a bachelor's degree in marketing and a minor in communications. So he's perfect for the job too. Rudy started his connections with local distributors, working together with them to organize festivals and special events. Okay, my head brewer is Ruben Valenzuela. He is responsible for leading the brewing team and coordinate materials to produce top quality and consistent beer. Ruben worked at Televisa. I don't know if you guys heard of Televisa. He was a gaffer and a production assistant manager for 5 years. And then he opened up a bar called Baja Craft Beers. Thanks to his success, we brought him on board, and he's now our head brewer. He graduated from UABC from Mexico with a bachelor's in engineering and a minor in communications. Ruben is well known as the beer guy among local brewers and bar owners with a close relationship with city officials and local bar owners as well. He's well connected. That's what I want in Mexico. Ruben helped plan and organize the first beer festival in Tijuana, Ensenada, and since then he is responsible for Expo Cerveza Artesanal Tijuana, which is the biggest beer festival in Tijuana. My lawyer is Isabel Farias. She is responsible of keeping us out of trouble. And to help our clients and companies work together within legal boundaries. Okay. Isabel made her list of the top 20 lawyers in Mexico. She wrote an article and got published in the Best Lawyer magazine in Mexico. Currently, she's working on getting her book published. Okay, our business model. There we go. Our vision. Our vision is to be the best beer camp. Where you're gonna have fun, learn, and drink great beers with great atmosphere and great people. Our mission is to educate all the guests in the most important factors of beer making while keeping them engaged in fun activities. You will experience hands-on brewing as well as trivias and fun drinking games. Our values: to make our own personal better, to take, to make your personal beer to take home. A brewing certificate that we're gonna provide you, some pictures and video clips about you brewing, and then, knowledge forever to keep. Our targets: we'll target people interested in learning about beer. Also people that just wanna have fun. So anyone is a candidate for the beer camp, pretty much. Our marketing plan is aggressive social media with video clips, pictures, promotions, and work together with our local breweries, tasting rooms, the Chamber of Tourism, and the Chamber of Commerce. Our key resources, our staff is a big part of our operations. Also, our distributors, and we count on them to operate properly. Key activities: hands-on brewing, choosing which beer to make, interaction with head brewer, picking of fresh ingredients for your beer, like hops from our hop garden, and hands-on activities. Sorry, I got lost a little bit. Okay, so financial analysis. I'm sorry. I have it all backwards here. Okay, so our break-even analysis is pretty much, in order to keep break-even, we must sell 13 gold reservations our year, month, and then we'll cover all expenses. Sales scenarios and projections, we offer 4 packages to choose from. VIP, it's all inclusive. Platinum, semi-inclusive. Gold is all you can drink. And silver is just a beer camp with limited drinking. We have a capital spending of 15% annually for improvement on the beer camp and brewery. Our operation costs weekly, approximately $1,500 a month, $6,000 a year, monthly, and $72,000 a year. That's our financial analysis. Okay, so the external environment. So for the economy, the economy is the economy is actually doing really good this year, with positive forces including the general purpose economy that is currently in place, full employment, rising wages, and low inflation, leading more people to do business with us. Our market analysis and key trends, while individuals thinking of taking vacations, time off, and do fun activities. This may happen because they're getting the tax money back, or they need to take a vacation time.
2 minutes.
Okay. Competitive analysis. There are no beer camps in this area. We'll be the first ones, so we count with the newness, and my only competitors are nearby wineries. The roadmap. Okay, our project says we're going to be starting next year, in January next year. We start on our journey planting our first fruit tree, building the brewery, 1 and 2 cabins. We start with the marketing program, and in April we're going to plant our first rhizomes. Our milestones would be in April 2016. We finish building the brewery. May 2016, we finished building the cabins, and on July 5th, 2016, it's going to be the grand opening. All right. The critical resources, staff giving their best to ensure overall satisfaction of our guests, as well as knowing all aspects of the beer process. Our training is going to be very rigorous for the staff. The limited forces of obstacles. The water is a problem in this area, being drained by all the big wineries. So it'll be a major problem and limitation. A specific risk and countermeasures is water is a major risk. We are implementing water safe programs. We are going to be able to save gallons and gallons of water. The other risk is liability of the activities while alcohol beverages are being consumed. For that, we have a waiver that guests will sign and we'll be good. Okay. In summary, at the beer camp, you are our beer master. We will offer you all the tools and education you need to make the perfect beer you have been waiting to try. We will take you through a beer adventure and you discover the origins of beer and the history of it. We will go through the brewing process and hands-on brewing and bottling. At the beer camp, you will experience the best beer activities in the world. So let me close you on the deal. With just investing $25,000, we promise to give you a 10% back. With $50,000, we'll give you 15% back. With $75,000, we'll give you 20% back. So with your help, we can open the first all hands on beer camp in Mexico. We would like to be part of history with us.
Beer camp, beer camp.
I'm sorry.
All right, questions.
Super hard.
Questions for beer camp.
Did you guys understand? Because I didn't understand. Yes.
You said Mexico. What exactly do you have a location in mind? And second part of that is, who are you reaching out to be coming to beer camp? Are you only reaching in the local region, or are you trying to reach out further?
We're gonna reach all the way from the nearest San Diego, which is gonna be San Diego. It's gonna be Tecate, Mexicali, Ensenada. Our beer camp is gonna be located in the Valle de Guadalupe, Ensenada. So it's like 2 hours away from here.
Right. So where you got somebody like me, best Spanish is construction Spanish, are they gonna be able to go to beer camp and still learn if English is their primary?
Yes, pretty much beer language is beer language. So you know, if you don't know anything about beer, then that's gonna be a little challenging. If you do not speak any Spanish at all, our brew tender is gonna be bilingual.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a driver that's gonna be picking you up from here from the States. Depends on the package that you order, and then we're gonna take you all the way over there and bring you back safely.
Okay. And then from a purely curious standpoint, you mentioned picking your own hops. Are you picking them and using them immediately, or are you somehow drying them?
They're only gonna be used for wet hopping.
Okay.
For wet hopping, but we are gonna have our hops there. But it's all gonna be only hops.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, because you can't use them immediately, only if you're doing wet hop.
Other questions?
I do.
Yes.
This is kind of like showing out like a marketing purposes, like for like beer camp itself, and being in Mexico and trying to attract like the U.S. Market. It would probably be good to actually like maybe tap into like other venues in Mexico. Like I'm a big surfer, and if I was surfing down in Ensenada down there, I'd be like, hey man, let's go inland a little bit, let's go to beer camp, or a bunch of campers or hikers, like, hey, after you get hiking, let's go check out beer camp. Fishing tours, hey, let's go check out beer camp. So, I mean, because when I think of it like a destination, like it's a full-on blown like vacation. But I mean, okay, do I really want to be drinking beer? Sure, but I mean, to actually give me attraction to like go down there just for beer, I mean, it's gonna have to be like more than just one thing. To spend all that money and go down there. I mean, I probably want to be down in Mexico for at least like a 2-week excursion versus like a weekend or something. So attractions of like other people down there in that industry, whether it be fishing, surfing, backpacking, camping, whatever, I mean, would probably be a good thing. Just strictly marketing and just reaching out to different markets versus people.
So you're
saying,
talking like tie-in activities?
Yeah, like tie-in activities.
Like if you're only going down for
cruise,
if you're only going down,
you need to go scuba diving.
if you're going down for a week, man, like, hey, we're gonna take Tuesday's beer camp day. We're gonna get out there in between and do whatever.
Well, that's why I'm pretty sure I went through like super bad on it, but we are gonna try to get on board with the Chamber of Tourism.
Yeah.
To maybe with the cruises and all that stuff, if they can just stop there and for a couple of hours, learn a little bit, get buzzed up, and then just go back.
Yeah, I mean, my comment was like strictly like marketing and getting it out there and like getting people involved. I mean, I could totally see that if I was down there and like get picked up a brochure and it's like, what? Breakeven? Shit, what the hell?
Yeah, and then
let's go, man. I'm gonna go surf a couple waves, I'm gonna eat some lobster tacos, and we're gonna catch a shuttle. We're gonna go and do some beer, drink some beers, and shoot some bow and arrows or whatever.
Yeah.
And what
I'll get you there.
What I want to do too is have like 4 package available. The VIP is all inclusive. We'll pick you up from here. We'll drop you off back there, all safe. You don't have to pull out your wallet for nothing. We'll just take you everywhere and take care of you, VIP. And it goes all the way to the solar package, where you can just show up, make your beer, drink up, and then leave. You won't have to stay or camp or whatever. I mean, you can camp if you want, but
yeah, no, I think it's a legitimate idea. I just thinking it's, for me, it sounds like more of like an attraction. Like I'm not gonna be there for like a day or two. I'm gonna probably be there for like 2 weeks or something like that. Like checking out all the other attractions, going there, staying maybe a night or two there, and then doing something else and coming back. So it kind of feels like it's like, like you're selling it to me like a destination, like a resort, and that's how I'm picturing like your camp.
Very good. Thank you. Ivan, the best for last, my friend. No pressure.
Not that prepared.
This here.
Yeah, for first ever. Good job. Guess PowerPoint can eat you much.
It's a very mighty PowerPoint. They could eat your lunch. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Thank you for noticing.
I got a job once off of almost a statement exactly like that.
Yeah.
I was in an interview with the CEO to GTE was sitting there and I was interviewing for this post that was this huge managerial post. And he walks in and he plugs something like that in and I said, Donald's a little small. And I was relooking at it. I like this one. Oh, hell yeah.
There you go. Ooh.
Starting
You get a
with
tattoo on that,
Phoenix.
man. That's like a giant back tattoo.
I was thinking more you should be able to rip his t-shirt off and
Oh, yeah.
sitting there.
Right, my name is Ivan Alexandrovich Seret, and I'd like to talk to you about this company I'm trying to start up, which is a revival beer company. Just brief overview. We are a 20-barrel high-end craft beer boutique, and we specialize in historical, highly experimental beers that are not common nowadays on the market. And we will have an extensive barrel aging program as well, with the use of various barrels, such as whiskey barrels, bourbon, wine barrels, just to create more complex flavors. And the biggest part about this project is that it's going to be members only. So this is my team. I myself is I'm a home brewer. I grew up around back then illegal beer brewing and distilling back when in USSR it was illegal. And I have a master's in human-computer interaction, and currently I'm pursuing a master brewer's degree from Civil Institute of Technology. My assistant brewer will be Leonard Suniga, who is even more avid home brewer than I am. And he is starting his brewing degree from UCSD next year. Our sales and distribution person will be my friend Adam, who has a bachelor's in marketing from UCSD and who actually assists in a lot of my homebrew projects. And Ruben will be our legal officer, and he will take care of all the federal and state regulations and all the permits and such. So just, you've seen this before today, but just to give a small overview of the current state of the market. According to Brewers Association, we see consistent growth in the volume share for craft brewery. Particularly, you see that in the last year alone, the sales jumped 22%, and production 5%, 4%. Well, that's all great. There is one thing that kind of worries me, is the number of active breweries right now in the country, which is almost around 3,500, and it's still growing. Now, on a smaller scale, in California, we're #1 state in the country right now on economic impact of the of craft breweries. And as you see, In 2012, the industry generated over $6.5 billion in the state alone. Now, if you look at San Diego market, you see that out of that 4.6 billion, a pretty big chunk actually is coming from San Diego County. And if you look at the total annual industry sales, you can see a constant growth, and it feels like it's projected upwards from now on. One thing to keep in mind is that throughout this increase, the number of local breweries has doubled. So there is definitely a question of oversaturation, especially in San Diego area. So as I mentioned before, our business model is based on memberships. However, the idea is definitely not new. There are other breweries who base their whole business strategy on the same concept. For instance, the brewery in Orange County, which have 3 levels of membership that you can participate in. Preservation Society, Reserve Society, and very exclusive Hoarders Society. And then in Colorado, they have the Ale Apothecary, which you pay $300 annually, and you have to be actually present there to pick up your beer. And then Brewery Belen also has memberships, $250 annually to access the limited releases. So our business model is the following. We would like to bring the taste of the past and combine it with the modern techniques to provide beer aficionados with highly refined beer and for the refined palates. And then the guiding principle for our business would be to create sophisticated, rare, limited edition beers that people would be proud, to uncork during anniversary or to add to their cellar collections. So the value proposition for our business plan would be providing this elevated craft beer experience. In a saturated market nowadays, it's really difficult to stand out because, what else is there? Another cheap beer. If you have an anniversary, wouldn't you like to be able to open a rare, expensive bottle of beer instead of another bottle of wine? We will revive historical and specialty beer styles. Our production will be extremely small batch. We will use differentiating and unique raw materials, and we'll provide newness for craft beer drinkers who are frankly tired of another IPA or stout. So our target market segments are beer experts, rare beer collectors, people into local craft beer industry, upper middle class, basically people who can afford it. So what would we offer? So for the first year, the plan is to introduce 6 beers. 1 dark ale, 1 amber ale, and 1 golden ale, and the other 3 would be the barrel-aged versions of these 3. So for the first one, it's going to be a pink Kashmiri Roggen beer, which basically we will combine Pakistani pink Kashmiri tea flavors with very old German Roggen beer styles. For the amber style, we will introduce Finnish sahti, and we're gonna put our own spin on it by introducing mango lassi Indian flavors. The tartness will really complement the natural tartness of sahti beer style. And when it comes to sahti, we will also would like to modify it a little bit for the barrel-aged version. We will add raspberries, and that's how it's brewed in the south region of Finland. And then for the golden ale, we will reinvent kvass a little bit by doing the recipe all grain and not using baker's yeast, just elevating it a little bit. So for marketing efforts, we will attack it full on, especially during the first year. Online presence, print presence, promotion at events. It's really important because the business concept is based on memberships, and it will be paramount to really accumulate them at a very fast pace during the first year. So, financial analysis. I have a problem. That wasn't there before.
PowerPoint does that kind of stuff. Yeah, it does. Because it's a PDF, I have the same problem.
No, I rotated it.
I know, but when you transferred it on the computer, I had the exact same problem. I did turn it into it.
We all understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just going to talk about it. So the roadmap plan involves 5 steps. The first one would be brewery planning, and it really will involve writing proper business plan, pitching it, and getting the initial startup financing. And the second roadblock would be construction of the brewery side. And this is actually where I'm going to hire my first employee, my assistant brewer, to really assist me with ordering of the equipment and setting it up, and also planning out the tasting of the on-site tasting. And then the third step would be to brew pre-opening beers, the ones that I mentioned. Really take time and barrel age them before the grand opening that I'm planning on January 2017. And the task there would be to really complete membership goals for the first year. Our initial production will be only 500 barrels, just to make sure that we will ramp up production throughout the years as membership numbers populate. And during the second year, we will have during the first year of operation, we will have quarterly deliveries to the members, as well as persistent effort in selling memberships for the following year. So some of the risks and strengths and weaknesses and threats that we have. Some of our strength is that we have expertise in historical and specialty beer styles. We will have master brewer education with both of the brewers. We will have a different approach to making beer, and really trying to come up with unique flavors that are not currently found on the market. We will try to stick with the historical authenticity of the recipes, but really aggressive marketing campaign would be our biggest strength, I think. just because we have a person with a marketing degree. Okay. Some of the weaknesses would be, feel like it's not easy to enter this market just because it's so oversaturated. We're a new company surrounded by other companies that already have existing followers. We don't have the funding fully to implement our vision. We don't have the reputation that's needed to really sell memberships yet. And our customer segment is really, really limited. Some of the opportunities would be, we would like to explore vinification of beer through the barrel aging program, and endless marketing potential with all the historical beers, and opportunities to collaborate with themed restaurants and parks. And really, threats would be large established breweries who already have the capital, really do the same thing. Thanks for your time. Any questions?
I think
Questions? Other questions?
well, for 2 minutes. Nice presentation.
You talked about how your market and how it's only going to be online. Is that like a membership, like an online membership? Is that how it works?
Clarified. So we will have memberships, and the sales would be through online website.
Okay.
Meaning, once you have a membership, if you would like to purchase more beers, you would go to the website. We would have an on-site tasting room where we would provide personal assistance. Also, we will have a distribution company for some of the lower-end beers to be distributed to selected bottle shops. But as far as members, they will get the beer delivered through mail system.
Okay. Kind of going back on that question. To get your membership drive up, it'd almost be good if you kind of like did, like incentives for memberships. If a member goes and refers 5 other people or 10 other people, and they get 3 people or 4 people signing up, like that member gets additional beer or something like that, or like a limited release bottles or like cases, just to kind of get like the numbers to growing, right. Because it kind of seems like all that's online, like memberships and everything, might be kind of hard to get people in. But if you give them the incentive saying, hey, if you sign up, if you refer 10 people, we'll give you, a year free of beer or whatnot. So it kind of gets like people kind of involved. So maybe that would be a good thing, or a good marketing like strategy to actually get people to come in, sign up online, say, hey, KP referred me, I got 3 other people who want to do the same thing. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like the idea of what Lyft did. If you sign up with Lyft, they give you $20 for free. If you refer 10 other people and they use your name, your code, you get $200.
We're gonna do the marketing roundtable at the bar when we get to the beers, but good ideas. We got to keep everybody moving because we have a couple other things to do. Any other comments on his presentation, James?
I just thought it was quiet. Your idea was the opposite of mine.
Right.
I don't know. And it still works both ways.
There's room.
Yeah, there's room. Good example.
Cody, you had some?
It was kind of the same thing that Steve and I messed up with. We don't really ask for anything at the end. We just kind of wrap it up. And
Honestly, it's my nerves. I skipped a lot of stuff that I was supposed to talk about.
I think you did good with it. Round of applause. Thank you. Very nice. All right, so for those people watching home, thanks for coming. Smell you later. You guys did great. You will be able